We focused on an area called the Glitters, which is a small range that's in a high country in northern Wales. The thing we liked about the Glitters is that it's a really pretty severe alpine environment when you get weather moving through, as it was during the week that we were there. You're well above tree line, you're exposed to pretty significant winds. I think our wind meter actually broke on a gust of 27 miles per hour, and we know that we had some gusts that were in the 40s.
That's pretty zesty. It's windy!
Climbing up from the trailhead to the top of the Glitters, there was a really rugged section of rock that was totally glazed over with just the right combination of ice/wind. So some of those sections were pretty slippery, which equals great testing grounds to figure out if a jacket is truly waterproof, if a tent is truly waterproof and weatherworthy, and also if boots can handle really dramatic terrain and bad weather.
The Glitters are really beautiful. They remind me of the Rocky Mountains, actually. A lot of exposed above tree line terrain, beautiful alpine lakes, and these dramatic peaks, even though they're not that high.
We were actually hoping to camp on top of the Glitters, and the weather was just too hard. We were having a hard time standing up once we summited the first peak. And so we dropped down into a more wind-sheltered valley where, oddly enough, we ran into a couple sheep. Being up on top of the Glitters on the second day, where the winds were a little bit calmer, was pretty cool.
There was a great moment about an hour before sunset, but the rain stopped for a little bit and the light got really nice, and Steve, Howe, and I and one of the guides were out. Saw the clouds break up and could see all through the Snowdonia Valley, and it was just beautiful.
I was surprised how out there you could feel when you were relatively close to civilization, close to roads. It really felt ancient, more so than any place I've hiked in the States. It just felt like fairies and Gandalf might pop out of a gully somewhere.
Our guides, actually, when we told them that we wanted to go and camp a couple nights and backpack, kind of looked at us quizzically like, what's wrong with you guys? And we discovered after we got to the pub exactly what was wrong with us.
You said there's a pub up there?
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing I think about or fantasize about tonight is that when you drop down tomorrow, if you saw on the coach on the way past, you camp 50 metres from the pub's front door, and inside is an open fire. So that's the sort of incentive throughout the day.
So that's more than 24 hours away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did make you feel like, we're cheating because we get to have beer at the end of the day. But also, on the flip side, it seemed like we packed enough weather and gear testing into that day as we might in 3 days in another location.
Cheers. I like the combination of light and dark beers we have too.
Thank you.
Thank you.